Today we have some text as well from last night that came in after the programme. Oh, and another story that I must just mention. I've got here a copy of the Mablethorpe Leader from this morning, the newspaper, and also an email. Headline here, celebrity names could prove magic for resort. Now, you'll enjoy this one. Mablethorpe could be full of celebrity names by one member of the town centre partnership if they're successful. The idea is to name new roads in Mablethorpe after TV celebrities. This has been put forward by local businessman Richard Borthwick, who's been given the partnership role of promoting and publicising Mablethorpe to increase its national profile. So there we are. It could be street names named after celebrities. And it goes on to say in the paper, now this is Mr. Borthwick. We'll have a word with him a little bit later on. It says, ideas for road names we've been thinking about include Paul Daniels Drive, Dale Winton Way, and Peter Levy Lane. It says this in the paper. The idea would see the honoured celebrity visit the resort to officially open the road without charging an appearance fee. Celebrity names for streets. Big story in the Leader today. So the idea from Richard Borthwick. We'll have a word with him as well a little bit later on. What do we think in Mablethorpe? Do we have a a view on that one? If you do, let me know. Give me a ring. Give me a text on the usual numbers as ever. Right, the time is 13 minutes past 12 o'clock. He says,
Peter Levy Show. The Peter Levy Show. Have your say on BBC Radio Humberside.
The Peter Levy Show.
Now, interesting story today in the Mablethorpe Leader. Headline, celebrity names could prove magic for resort. Mablethorpe could have a street named after a celebrity if one particular local businessman gets his way. He is Richard Borthwick, and he's been given the partnership role of promoting and publicising Mablethorpe to increase its national profile. And he has got a couple of ideas for road names. And he says, what about Paul Daniels Drive, Dale Winton Way, or Peter Levy Lane? Thank you for some of the emails that have come in, by the way, are not broadcastable. Most of them to do with Dale Winton, but we won't go there. Richard is on the line now. Richard, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, Peter.
I suppose I need to be very nice to you, don't I, if I'm going to get a road named after myself in Mablethorpe?
Well, you've gone through the part of the selection process to even be included, so maybe not. You can be as nasty as you like.
Okay. What was the selection process then? How was I onto the short list?
Well, the thing about it is, there was two or three things. First of all, you had to be in some way associated with the town, either in your past or whether you turned the lights on. So that that does make it a relatively small list. Then there were one or two.
And this is because I switched the lights on in Mablethorpe two or 3 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and there have been some that have been more popular than others, and some that do more than others. So,
right.
That's pretty well known in the town that one was a good success, and some have been very good, some have not been as good, and that was up there in the more popular ones. So that was what part of the thing. Then also we take the view that there were two or three different ways. Like obviously you cover local news stories, so therefore you're almost like a pseudo-local man, if you understand what I mean. So you're obviously known by all the local people as well. Yeah. And so there's lots of different reasons. And then what we did, we picked one person out who had no connection, which is what the Dale Winton thing is, on the basis that we might like him to turn the lights on. So perhaps if we name a road after him, he might come and do it.
Okay. So where do we go from here then? You've got this short list. I mean, how does it progress from here? What have I got to do to get my way? As it
probably.
Hey? What did you say?
Be patient.
Be patient, right.
No, it's going to take a while, because there are two or three things. Obviously, you can't go naming other people's roads that already exist. That would be somewhat confusing.
Right.
They leave Acacia Avenue and come back to Peter Levy Lane could be somewhat confusing. So we've obviously got to build new roads. So there's obviously a limit to the number of roads that get built in a place like Mablethorpe every year. It's not like it's not like Grimsby or something where they're probably putting up 100 a week or something. So it's so we have to wait for them, and then we have to deal with the builders and get the builders to agree. Builders have this habit of wanting to make everything when they build sort of groups of roads. They want like Faldo Way, Nicholas Drive,
Right.
so they want them to have some sort of consistency. So there's that, and then we have there'll be a town partnership vote and that sort of stuff. So there's several different things, but we're also looking at public buildings as well. We're looking at freedom of the town for people.
I hope that I'm able to usurp Paul Daniels and Dale Winton to get Peter Levy Lane. Anyway.
Well, I think you've got a pretty good chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, young man. How are you?
I'm very well.
Well, I'll tell you something.
Well, Mablethorpe is such a lovely.
It's no good coming. It's no good.
Would you have somebody like common like Peter?
Well, the thing is,
one of your street
we did
names.
consider the name Paul Hudson, and the thing is, first of all, Peter's a lovely short name, so it's less letters. But then I worked out that, in fact, I wanted to use that one, but unfortunately, you've both got the same number of characters in your name.
What
that would have been my
road would it be?
It isn't going to work.
No, it's not going to work.
Is it a turn off?
No, we think it's going to be probably. It could actually add to street value. I mean, you could find that the value of the house could go up. I mean, at the end of the day, weathermen are just ever so slightly unreliable, as you know, because I've done a bit of weather myself, and it's.
But you can. Is it a dead end?
It is a dead end. Yeah. I mean, we could consider you posthumously.
Right. Somebody said earlier that if we had a Paul Hudson Road, it would be closed every school holiday.
There's that sort of thing, and it could be a bit wet and flooded.
It'll be the shortest road in Lincolnshire.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
I'll tell you something. You're pig sick at this, aren't you? Because you're not on the list. You've not even made it behind Dale Winton, Paul.
Well, I'm trying to think of the possible link between Dale Winton and Peter Levy. I mean, I've only got one side of A4. I could write a book.
We have rejected Eddie Izzard's End as well.
Right, no. Eddie Izzard's End.
Don't.
There were lots of them that we decided not to do.
Yeah, the other one that got thrown out was George Clooney Close.
Yes, that's right. We didn't think he'd come.
Yeah, I don't
know if you've ever seen that film, Kevin Costner's Field of Dreams. The slogan that was going to go with this was, "If we build it, they will come." But we didn't think George would.
No, I don't think he will come and switch the lights on in.
So what's the link with Dale Winton then? What's Dale Winton done for Mablethorpe?
No, we'd like him to turn the lights on.
Would you?
Yeah. Where
we had a fabulous time though, didn't we? When we switched on the lights, and it was one of the hottest days ever. And there's a fantastic picture from the Skegness.
Well, that's a bit far-fetched, but it was warm. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, it was warm for the area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
it was. No, I have to say, it was.
Sorry,
I have to say, it was one of the most fantastic events that I've ever been to. And I mean, people think we're making it up, but it was just incredible.
It's good fun. It is good fun, and people enjoy it. The people in Mablethorpe love celebrities to come down and stuff, and they do respond to them very well. I mean, like this weekend we've got the motorcycle festival on in Mablethorpe, so I'm hoping you're going to give us good weather, but it doesn't look particularly like.
Well, in Mablethorpe, well, Sunday will be okay in Mablethorpe.
The trouble is, it's on Saturday.
Richard, thank you very much indeed for coming on. We'll follow this story. Let us know how we progress, and don't let me be usurped by Dale Winton.
No, and I will. Paul, will consider you. If you can.
So can people vote? Is this a popular vote? I mean, how can we stuff you a bit of money in a brown envelope? Does it work that way?
No, it's easy though. If the dot on your map for Mablethorpe tonight is twice the size as usual, you never know. You might be.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Come on, we're running out of time.
I'll take Mablethorpe on the map if you don't actually.
You're in now, Peter. You're in.
No, I'll definitely take it off if it's Peter Levy way.
We're out of time. Do you want to give us thank you very much indeed, Richard. Take care.
No problem. Have a good one.
What's it like in Mablethorpe at the moment?
Beautiful.
Yeah, as forecast.
Stop trying to get your own road. Do you want to give us a very quick forecast?
Yes, I will actually. Yes, I mean Mablethorpe is very nice. In fact, the whole of Lincolnshire, East Yorkshire, very pleasant indeed. We've got temperatures around about 13 degrees, up to 14. I think quite breezy, but dry, bright. Tonight, dry, partly cloudy skies, and it looks like another fine day tomorrow. Peter, that's the forecast.
Thank you very much indeed, young man. See you tonight, BBC One 6:30. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed for listening. Have a fabulous afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow lunchtime, midday.